We are recording. We did Eva.
Yeah, we went through Eva and we ended up, I don't know if you got the last remark I made about Eva. Eva was a prime example of the need for Herbie services.
Herbie services, gotcha. Right.
Okay. Okay. After Eva, there is, now we might not be chronological order exactly the whole group, but there was one that I left out so far, which was before Eva, I believe, named Aaron. Aaron was we didn't talk about my father.
Correct. Skip your father.
Well, you want to talk about my father? That's a big, long kind of.
I understand. No, we're gonna
leave him out just for now.
Father. I want to stick him into the order. So
let's leave him out for now.
But where does he see the order?
It's Harry, Anna, Helen, Oscar, I believe.
Okay, fine.
Okay, but we'll go to we'll leave my father out for now because he's special.
We're gonna work on him. Aaron.
And we'll go to what's that?
Aaron, you were beginning to Aaron.
Aaron is died when he was, I think, in his early 20s.
Oh.
Aaron passed the bar, or was either about to pass the bar or graduate from law school or whatever, and he died. And I don't know very much or anything about him except that he died in his early 20s, and I believe he was a graduate of a law school, and I think he passed the bar just on the day before or close to when he did die.
Wait, so he and your father were the two lawyer bunch? The two ones that went to school.
He never got to be really a lawyer, but my Harry was in a stationery business, a salesman. Anna married Molanga.
Yeah, we got the business, the occupations and so on. So Aaron went to law school and died in his 20s, maybe whatever. He finished or not sure.
I think he finished.
Right. Okay. He never married though.
I don't think so.
And Eva.
Eva was married to Keith. Eva had was in the bakery business. She had bakeries, and always one of the was Anytel was the name of one of her bakeries or her bakery. And
spell it again. Anytel.
Netel, Tell. And Eva was a very nice person, and one of the things I remember about Eva is she was very much inclined to speak very well of those that used to daven chakras in the mornings. And Eva enjoyed saying how nice it was. Eva was one of the things I remember about Eva when she had a bakery business. You know, she would be behind the counter and she would tell a story about how when the rolls used to fall on the floor, what they used to do with the rolls and put them back on the thing. And she would tell us about how customers used to come in and say to Eva, "Do you have horns?" You know, the bakery used to sell horns. Horns, darling.
Oh, okay.
So, you have horns? And Eva used to say, "Wait, let me look in the mirror." Or, "What do you mean horns?" "Oh, I have horns." So that was Eva. She was pretty nice, funny. Eva was nice to be with, and unfortunately, she was sick a lot of the times. Then we'll talk about Kelly. Kelly is
Just
was,
your hold on. Who else was in had a bakery? Wasn't it your grandmother or something?
no, my grandma had a butcher store.
Butcher
My mother
store.
was in a butcher business. This is a bakery.
Right.
They
Okay.
had a bakery, and they used to sell breads and rolls and cakes and stuff like that.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Kelly.
Kelly was Jacob, Yankel. The name we called him Kelly because it was Yankela, and they couldn't say the whole name, so he'd end up with Kelly. Everybody called him Kelly, but it was from Yankela. And Yankela is Jacob. So his name is Jacob. There is an interesting thing I'd like to tell you about Kelly, who passed away. And Kelly is buried in Union Field with most of the rest of the siblings. They're not all there, but Kelly is there, and their wives are there. And the last time I was there was a mistake on his mitzvah, because Kelly's father was Chaim Shlomo, and regardless of whether or not I spoke to Kelly's son to try to get that fixed, and he recognized that it was a mistake, and I don't know, I never saw it fixed. So it might be that if somebody wants to know something
What's the error?
His father is, they say, it says Yaakov I don't know exactly what it was, but it didn't say Chaim Shlomo. Everybody else had it right on their mitzvah. It's Chaim Shlomo, but Kelly doesn't have it, or didn't have it the last time I saw it.
Okay.
I think it was something wrong with it. Samson or Shmuel.
Okay.
Yaakov is wrong.
Well, because you can easily make the mistake thinking Samuel is Shmuel.
Yes, that's right. But usually people who want to do some research to find out the right name of a person look on the tombstone.
Right.
And this one was wrong.
Right. Gotcha.
Corrected, but I asked Asher to check it over because he was there. Maybe it's already corrected. I never asked him the answer. Kelly had two kids. Kelly, interesting enough, Kelly married Esther Letterman. And Kelly was working for his in-laws' company, and they made Hershey's ice cream and delivered milk. And Kelly at one time worked for them.
It was like a dairy company.
Yeah.
Milk products.
Letterman. And Kelly was. It's interesting enough when they talked about Kelly got introduced to his wife in some way through my grandmother on my maternal side, and it was always been a joke about had to do with Letterman when they talked about monies and stuff like that, and they said like how much money was involved, and they said plenty, and Kelly thought they said 20 and stuff like that. So there was always a joke about 20 and plenty.
That was a running joke in the family.
Running joke for the
but
dowry.
It was his mother, his other arranged the shidduch.
I have a call coming in from Bob on my cell phone. Just a minute. Okay. Hello. Yes. I got to get back to you. Bye. Got that IB thing?
Okay, we're recording. Go ahead.
Okay, Kelly had a wife named Esther Letterman.
Right, we got that.
Very good friends with my mother's sister, one of my mother's sisters, also named Esther. We'll talk about that at some future time. And Kelly had two kids, Aaron and Lester. Aaron and Lester, uh, Kelly's two kids. Aaron was involved with working for different automobile dealers and things like that, and also
Right.
try to do some broadcasting in terms of music stuff and stuff like that. Kelly, after working for Letterman's in New York, moved to Florida and was living in Hallandale and those kind of places in Florida. And Kelly had a gas station in Florida. That's where he spent most of his time in Florida. He had one or two gas stations. And Kelly was his son Lester did a lot of surveys for people in terms of marketing. That was Lester's. He's in that business where he did some
Market research.
market research, a lot of that stuff. And Lester is living in upstate New York somewhere. And Lester was married to Bunny, I believe, and then got married to somebody else, or vice versa. But I don't know. Then came Moe.
Right.
Moe was the most from of the whole bunch of my father's siblings. Was Moe married Shirley Dicker. Dicker was a name, and I'm not sure what business the Dickers were in. One of my recollections of Moe, interesting enough, Moe was the one that always made sure that everybody's following the halacha to the limit of the law, and wasn't bashful about recommending how people should act in various times, especially at Levias and things like that. It was he was outspoken, if you know what I mean. Don't I
got you. You're so diplomatic, so politically correct, Alvin.
I'm trying. One of my earliest recollections of Moe was in Keep Street when he either lived there or whatever, and I could still see him coming out of the brownstone, walking down the steps, and taking the handkerchief out of his pocket to put it on the steps because it was Shabbos, and they either didn't
want to carry.
follow or didn't have a Arab.
An Arab, right.
Maybe he didn't follow the Arab or hold with the Arab or whatever you want to call it, but I could remember Moe taking, really, I could still see this happening where he takes whatever he had in his pocket as he was quickly descending the steps for some reason or other, had to leave on Shabbos out of that place. And Moe, as I say, was not bashful about Moe had three kids. Yaakov, who was the youngest, but the oldest one was Leah. Leah, Leah, I would assume was named after my father's mother. Leah and Shalamis and Yaakov. Leah was married to Yucam Landau, Lando, and he passed away. He was a heavy-set guy and had a position with Social Security Administration, and was a very frum guy, very nice guy, very charitable guy, very helpful kind of a guy. Moe's children, as opposed to the children of the other siblings all stayed from, and Leah lived in Baltimore with Landau, with Yukam Landau, and Shalamis was married.
So they went to Baltimore.
Baltimore is where Leah lived in Baltimore. Moe lived in Brooklyn. Moe is
Hi, Uncle.
Okay, so Moe had, as I said, 3 kids. The oldest one, Leah, married Landau, Yukam Landau.
Thomas.
And Leah did some teaching, I believe, and Leah had some medical problems with her walking. And Shalamis was married a guy, and they ended up getting unmarried, and then she married a guy a guy named Shlomo Eisenberger, who is
Really?
Yeah, I living in Eisenberger, living in Cleveland, and he's Eisenberger is connected with the what's the name of the yeshiva? I'll think of it. Anyway, and the youngest one is Yaakov. Yaakov is last I heard was Rosh Masifter in Scranton.
Right.
Okay, and Yaakov is helping to has helped in the mitzvah of Molei Haaretz, Peru Ravu, and Molei Haaretz tried all by himself to take care of that situation. And I think I could remember him making a bris and a chazanah in the same week or something to that effect.
Okay. Well, we need
to
all.
know those things, right?
We need all of them.
Then it was Joey. Joey is maybe the youngest one, and Joey was living for a time in upstate New York, maybe Albany, I'm not sure. Married to Mildred. Mildred was a very nice lady who played the piano and stuff like that. But most of the women in those days didn't have very heavy occupations. They were kids. The generation, that generation, was not in need so much of 2 incomes.
Yeah. Well, especially since they kept 2 to 3 kids each.
And yeah, they kept down, and Joey had 2 kids. One was named Simeon.
Right.
The other one was Edie. Edith, called Didi. Simeon was and is an insurance adjuster, and he is the kind of guy who, when you have a fire or something like that,
Correct.
you know what insurance adjusters do.
Yeah. And he lives in New Rochelle.
Yeah, he lives in New Rochelle and is from.
Right.
And Edith was associated with the couple of yeshivas. Now she's with Ramaz and gets all kinds of awards for being very devoted and very industrious and very good teacher.
So she taught.
I was at one time with Westchester Day School in Westchester, and
what's her married name?
Her married name is Benel, Benel. He's married to Victor Pinnell. And Simeon is married to Diane. Diane, I don't remember her name on the list. And
Okay, that's the brothers.
that's all the brothers. Do I leave any out?
I'll compare it with the list to see, but I doubt it.
The one we didn't go by is Oscar, and maybe we got enough for you for today. You must be